Yo, what is going on guys, Storm here, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to be talking about our UPSL draft for this season. This is season 1 of the UPSL, and this is a league run by Merke and Master Saber. And yeah, I'm excited for this season. I have a pretty good draft in my opinion. Possibly my best non-WPL draft. Probably not better than some of my best WPL drafts, because those have been decent, but I think this team's pretty good. So, starting off the team, the first pick, I just had to pick up Lele. I had first pick of the draft, and this league allows Lele, and I had no idea what I was going to draft going into it. I really never do have ideas about what I'm going to draft when I start, but by the end of it, I seem to sometimes come out with a solid team, and sometimes come out with Chansey. So yeah. Anyway, Tapu Lele is such a good mon. I feel like in some ways it is overrated, because it's not the best mon in the world, but in league format it's definitely going to be a really good mon, especially as it's one of my two Zmons. This is my offensive Zmon, so I feel like it's just such a hard hitter. That is the main part of Lele that makes it really good. It has decent bulk on the special side, really not the physical side. Doesn't want to take a physical hit that much, but that is all good. Calm Mind Lele is pretty good, but generally it's just going to be something along the lines of Specs, Scarf, or maybe even a Z move. Obviously, there is a chance of that. I see a lot of Fightinium Z's, Lele's on the ladder, so you know that's reasonable. And any Z move really is quite good for Lele. Lele is just so strong, and is actually just one of the best mons in league when it's allowed. I mean, obviously, why would they ban it in some leagues if it's not really good? So, moving on to my second pick, I picked up Stack Attacker. Now, this is my other tier 1 pick. And I think Stack Attacker is an incredible Pokemon. It's definitely one of my favorites from Gen 7, and probably one of my favorites overall. But this thing has incredible physical bulk, incredible attack. That's really what this mon is. It also has very low speed, so choice banded gyrable from a min speed Stack Attacker, I believe, is let me actually have a look right now. I want to have a look at this. 55 speed I think is the minimum you can reach with it. So yeah, that's base 13 speed, but a base 131 attack is quite good, and base 211 defense is very good. That is just amazing. It also really helps Lele in the fact, obviously, this is the start of a Fairy Steel Dragon Core, and the fact that it just takes any weakness that Lele has. So Poison, Steel, it resists. It's immune to poison, resists steel, I think. No, it doesn't. But it can take a steel hit generally, but it doesn't resist it. And does Lele have any other weaknesses? I can't think of any. I'm probably missing something. But Poison Steel I can definitely deal with. So that's very good. Only thing that I feel like it lacks is offensive moves, or just moves in general. Its move pool isn't very big. But I might try Trick Room at some point this season, Stack Attacker, because that mon is just broken with a Trick Room up. Now going into my third pick, I picked up my first tier 2 of the draft, and this is Hydreigon. You know, Hydreigon. And Hydreigon right now, obviously able to finish up the Fairy Steel Dragon Core, and a very good special attacker, probably better than Lele. Hydreigon, in my opinion, is one of the best special attackers, or just honestly one of the best mons in league format. I feel like it's very underused, and you don't really see it in many leagues. I mean, you see someone pick it in most leagues, but I feel like most people who pick it really underutilize it. You know, that's my opinion of it. But it has very good special options with moves like Draco, Dark Pulse. Yeah. Also gets U-turn. That's very good. Gets Earth Power, Flamethrower, things like that. So if you just need something to be hit extremely hard, then this is really the best mon for that on my draft. Also gets Tailwind, so I mean, you never know, some of these things I could try this season. So, our fourth pick, I believe I picked up Lycanroc Dusk. Now this is a tier 3 pick, and that is why I picked this thing. I just think this mon is tier 3. It's just the worst decision any league's ever made. This mon is so good. Like, I don't see how people think this mon's bad. And it's my Z captain. I'm probably not gonna be using a non-offensive Z move. I just kind of wanted 2 offensive Z mons, as I really don't think I've never really seen a Z captain be that good. There was one of them on I considered to be Z captain, and that is my last pick. But yeah, Lycanroc is just, it hits so hard, and that is what I've been going for so far with this team, and that's really good. So Lycanroc also is a Sword Stance, can get Sword Stance. So I finally have a decent sweeper on this team, and Tough Claws with a Accelerock is just kind of broken in my opinion. It hits extremely hard and can actually do so much damage to a lot of things. And with a Sword Stance up, Accelerock almost outgoes everything. So this is also the second one on my team that gets rocks. I didn't really remember Saka's got rocks. I think it does. It does. So I have 2 rockers now, which is good. No clearage yet. I don't believe Hydreigon gets defog. It does. I mean, it's not like I'm ever going to use it with defog. But I have 2 rockers and 1 defogger so far, so I'm already feeling pretty good in this. So, that's something. I could also use Sword Stance, Rock Polish, Lycanroc and just try and sweep someone. Now, Lycanroc is a hit for, I mean, its stats aren't the best, but I just feel like this mon's really good. That's my opinion, though. So next up, I was looking at my team and I realized it was quite, well, offensive, obviously, and not much bulk. So I'm going to add Tangrowth to that team. And I have a bit of bulk now. I would say my bulk is looking reasonably good now that I have picked up Tangrowth. It's okay offensively, but you're generally going to run this as like a bulky pivot to get around into other offensive mons. And with Regenerator, I just love Regenerator mons. I've used... what mons actually get Regenerator? I've used Alomomola quite a lot, but I don't really know what else gets it. I've used Tangrowth and Tangler in the past, so that's also something. I have used Mind Shower in the past as well. And I believe I've used... well, I mean, I've used Reuniclus. I don't know if I've used Amoonguss, but... I've used a lot of Regenerator mons, and they are all really good. I do want to try out Slowbro in a league, and potentially Torn as well. Those are just some things I do want to try, though. And I don't have them in this league, I'll tell you that much. So Tangrowth. This mon's really good, just mainly because of the Regenerator, being a bulky switch, with moves like Leech Seed, Synthesis. It has knockoff, which is really nice. Toxic, obviously, very good to wear mons down, and it can be run offensively, like say like as an Assault Vest offensive set. You know, I might use that week 1, you know, you never know these days. But yeah, Tangrowth, the power man. Next up, I'm going to be picking up Emboar. This was, I believe, my first tier 4 pick. I'm actually looking right now. It's either my first tier 4 pick or a tier 3 pick. If it was tier 4, it was, in my opinion, a bit too low. I can't remember. I'm actually searching. Let me just load the doc right now. So yeah, that's also really, like, Emboar is a good mon, in my opinion. It can run a lot of different... I mean, generally you're going to see something like a Banded or Scarfed Emboar that just hits really hard on the physical side, with moves like Earthquake, Flare Blitz, Superpower, Wild Charge, Head Smash. It does actually get a lot of coverage, because it even includes Poison Jab and Iron Head, Low Kick, stuff like that. It's just really cool. You know, Special Emboar, I'm still your #1 fan. You know, Scold Emboar, it's still my favourite Emboar set of all time. Please kill me. But I like that set for some reason. It's a tier 3. Yeah, it was my second tier 3 was Ember for this draft. So yeah, I've picked all my tier 1s, tier 2s, and tier 3s at this stage. So I have my tier 4s, my 2 tier 4s, my 1 tier 5, and my 3 free picks. Now, free picks in this league work as in you get you get 3 free picks. One can be a tier 1 or a mega, and the other 2 have to be lower than tier 1, so generally 2 to 3. So going into this round, I was looking for a Watermon to finish up a Fire Water Grass core, and I wanted a Mega, so Mega Swampert was really the best choice, as Mega Blastoise was gone, and regular Blastoise was also gone, for anyone wondering. But Mega Swampert is what I picked up. Sharpedo, I believe, is actually also gone, so that was a problem for me. So I decided to pick up Swampert and maybe just start a little Rain, mini part of my team being Rain. But Swampert, let me talk about this one. Swampert has actually got decent bulk, is one thing, because bulk is always good in Pokemon. I'm actually searching this right now. Swampert has decent physical and special defense at base 110 on both, and base 100 HP allows it to live a hit. But with the base 150 attack, Swampert is such a threat under Rain, and I do have Rain, so do not be afraid about that. And it mainly runs around the same 4 moves: Earthquake, Ice Punch, Waterfall, and another move would be Super Power, Stone Edge. You can swap up the 4th move, but Pert is just something I really wanted. At this stage of the draft, I didn't really know what to pick, and I kind of thought Rain would be really cool to just add on to this team, because I do need a bit more speed. I have a reasonably slow team. I believe before drafting Rain, my highest speed is Hydreigon at base 98. Yeah, I think it is. And not being able to creep a base 100 is very unfortunate. I think Lycanroc actually has higher. Lycanroc has base 110, yeah. But having only one Mon that can creep base 100s was would be very hard to build a team around. So if I can just get Part and Rain, that outspeeds a lot more things. It gives me some more options. And yeah, so moving on to my next pick. This pick's pretty obvious if you can't tell what the sprite is on the image. I don't really know. On the background, whatever I don't know. On the image, it's Pelipper, obviously. The Rain Bird. The main Rain Bird, along with Mantine, but Mantine's kinda bad, in my opinion. It's my opinion, you know. But Pelipper, this Mon, is kind of bad overall. Its highest stat is base 100 defense, and I did use a free pick on this one, but I felt it was necessary to back up Swampert. This Mon's mainly here to back up Swampert. That's like the only reason for it. Doesn't have incredible special attack. It has base 95, has bad bulk, and just isn't that good. It really is there to set Rain, die, and then let the swift swimmers run wild. Now my next pick, I believe, is Hitmontop. Okay, it is. So, Hitmontop. This Mon is quite cool, in my opinion. I needed a bulky fighting type. Well, no, I didn't need a fighting type, but this team's still very weak on the bulk side. It only has like 3 bulky Mons, so I wanted to add 2 more in the end to that, and this is one of those 2. Hitmontop is very bulky. Rapid Spin is so good. And this Mon is something that I needed, because I needed a specially defensive wall, and this is that. Both my other main walls, being Stack Attacker and Tang, both have really good defense, but not that great special defense. So that is a thing. Sorry about that. I might cut that out, but if I don't, you know. So, anyway, Hitmontop. This Mon is quite good. It doesn't have much coverage, But just Intimidate Rapid Spin is just something I really feel like is necessary. It does have offensiveness. I mean, it can be offensive, but it's not as good being offensive as some other mons. Sucker Punch, Mock Punch, Bullet Punch. 3 pieces of priority. And I mean, you could run Fake Out as well. Like, I could be a 4 priority him on top right now. That would be threatening. That would be an interesting set. I don't think it would work very well, but it would be a set. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on to my third to last pick of the draft, I picked up Kingdra. So, I really wanted to actually expand on the Rain team a bit and add one more Rain Swift Swimmer to this team, and that would be Kingdra. Kingdra is a very good special attacker, and it's also very good in the physical attack. And the thing is with Kingdra, it hits extremely hard under rain with special attacks like Draco and Hydro Pump, but it can also run physical with Dragon Dance and moves like Outrage, Iron Head, Waterfall. Not really Iron Head, but Outrage, Waterfall, things like that, you know? It doesn't have the best coverage, is the one place it really lacks. Stats are reasonably low. I still think Kingdra is really good. I don't know. This mon... this mon is just good. I mean, the thing is with Kingdra though, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to use it without Pelipper on a team. So that does mean my team's going to be a bit lacking in some ways. You know, I can't really bring Kingdra without Pelipper, so that's 2 mons on the team already. And then I may bring Part as well, so that's half my team of Rain. We'll see how it works out overall. I think it'll work out. You might not. But our second to last pick of the draft, we picked up Vikavolt. I had 1 tier 4 pick left, and I didn't know what to pick. And Vikavolt has 2 typings I didn't have on this team, being Bug and Electric. I do not believe I had either, and I do not. So, Vikavolt is really quite good. It has a decent... Okay, for a tier 4, it's a good pick. It has very high special attack. Base 145, and that's a tier 4. Like, and the only really bad quality is it doesn't have enough bulk to take 2 hits, really. So, if you can get the 2 agilities up, though, this can be one of the most threatening mons on this whole draft. I would even go to say it could be the most threatening. It has decent coverage, but it doesn't have Nasty Blow, which, if it did this thing, would actually be really good. Obviously his Volt Switch being an electric type, just being able to keep Volt Turn a lot around, but I mean I only have 1 U-turner and 1 Volt Switcher, which is annoying because I definitely could have done better. Sorry, I have 2 U-turners, Pelipper and Hydreigon. So Vikavolt, definitely a weird pick for the second to last pick of the draft. Another okay Pokemon, but yeah. And my final pick, you can probably tell, is Xatu. Now Xatu is the tier 5 of this team. Xatu's pretty terrible stats. Let me just say that. It has 2 base 95s, but other than that, not that good. The reason I picked this for a tier 5 is Magic Bounce. And just being able to do things like screens. Those are super helpful in league battles. And it's mainly there to be a utility mon with Magic Bounce as well, just to boost how good it is. I just think this mon could, you know, is really good. I don't know. I think it's a good addition to the team. You know, just run like Dual Screens Tailwind and then just U-turn out into your like Sweeper, like let's say Swampert. Without the rain, I could bring Tailwind, and that could make Swampert such a big threat as well. I feel like that's the main thing. My team doesn't have much speed, but I do have mons, 3 mons on this team that can run Tailwind, and 1 mon that can have Rain. So this team lacks speed, but it can get speed boosts very easily. So that's my main part of this team. That's the whole team actually, so not the main part of this team. So overall, I am happy with this draft. I don't know if you guys are going to be, but I am personally very happy with this draft. You know, Rain is just so good, and then just the rest of it I feel like really works. I just wanted this draft to work, and that's what it does, in my opinion. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I will see you this weekend for the first match. We're up against Tony. So, yeah. So on Sunday, we have 2 games going up. We have the match in this league versus Tony, and the match in the WPL versus Easy Bake. Hoping to come out with 2 W's this weekend. You know, last week, you know, in the WPL, not the best week of all time, in case you couldn't tell. In case you haven't watched that, I definitely don't recommend to watch that. That is just a game I would not want anyone to see. I did not play well. DS has a very good team as well, so that really did mess me up in the WPL. But we're hoping for almost a perfect season this round. You know, imagine we can go 8-0 in the regular season of this league. Now, I wouldn't say playoffs are going to be an incredible challenge for this. I'm not trying to be like rude or anything to the people. I don't mean because of the competition not being high, because I really don't know where the competition's at in this league. But I don't really know if they're good or bad players. Not really played against any of them before. But what I was more meaning is there's 2 divisions of 6 players, 12 players overall in the league, and 4 players from each division go to playoffs. So 8 out of 12 people go to the playoffs. And I am confident I can be one of those 8 coaches in the playoffs. The Sneasels will be champions of this league. I'm telling you right now. This is going to be our first championship. Come on. You know, after the disappointment that was WPL 5 of the championship, you know, go watch that if you haven't. It was on my old channel, but yeah, this is a league I'm really excited for and really hoping to take the championship. Anyway, thank you for watching and goodbye.